Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel and big up to everyone locked in on Chelsea Fan TV as always. And welcome to the live fan call-in show. Every Friday, 6:30 p.m, the call-in show takes place. And here we are for another edition of the call-in show, guys. Make sure you smash the likes. Make sure you subscribe to both channels as well if you haven't done so already, guys. And remember, people, when we hit 50 likes on my channel, the lines will open for you to call in and have your say. So make sure you run those likes up. And also, guys, at 5k subscribers on my channel as well, people, there will be there'll be a Chelsea training top giveaway. So the quicker we get to 5k, the quicker the chance you'll have to get your hands on a Chelsea training top from the upcoming from the new range that's out this season, people. So make sure you are subscribed to my channel in order to do that, guys. Make sure that is the case, people. But yeah, guys, loads to dive into today. Christopher Nkunku injury update, of course. We've also got Lewis Hall potentially going on loan to Crystal Palace, which I think would be a great move for him. Chelsea have identified Leandro Paredes, the Argentina and PSG midfielder, as another possible alternative if they don't get Moises Caicedo to join Tyler Adams and Edson Alvarez on that list. So there is loads and loads to get into, guys, as always. But let's say also, guys, a little bit more breaking news as well whilst we're here. Chelsea will bid a total of £90 million for Moises Caicedo, but that is set to be rejected. That is according to Alex Crook at Talk Sport. Well, let's hope he doesn't look like a crook with that news from himself. But yeah, apparently Chelsea are going to bid £90 million for Moises Caicedo, and it's set to be rejected. But yeah, guys, make sure you get involved in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from around the world and all that. Let's say hello to a few people. Then I'll dive into a few bits of news, and then we will get the call-in show up and running as always, people. So yeah, what are you lot saying in the chat, guys? Yep, Daniel, we're getting into that in a second, brother. Shavindra, big up, my guy. Yep, not great news. Good afternoon from US. Big up from the US. What is the trade line? What's the trade line? I don't know what the trade line is. Big up, my guy. Yes, Nkunku, you're good, my brother. I don't really like you. I like the guy on the Chelsea games. Fair. No problem, mate. Great. Thanks for letting me know. Yes, big up, my guy. Oscar, hope you're good, G. Yeah, bro, here's your shout out. Yuri, big up. Smash the likes. Yep, guys, run the likes up. I'm pleased to hear. I'm pleased to hear. I'm expecting a bid for Kudos immediately. Yeah, this Nkunku news and the fact that he's probably more than likely looking like he's going to miss the Liverpool game. Hopefully that's going to spur Chelsea into action to actually get a bid for an Elise or a Kudos. And I think it's more likely to be Kudos because Elise is actually out until September, guys, with a hamstring problem that he picked up in the under 21s for France during the summer. Well, it still is the summer, but yeah, during the Euros. Michael, big up. We need to sign a new cam. Yeah, we probably do. Everyone yes. Great move for Lewis. So we're going to dive into that as well. We must get Vlahovic. Competition for Jackson is good. Yeah, I agree that competition for Jackson is good. I'm just not sure if Dusan Vlahovic is the guy to go with. Yes, Peslov, big up, my bro. Perez is a good player, but he's a nasty piece of work. He's basically a shithouse is what he is. But yeah, it's not what Chelsea need. Brenton, big up. Bro, hopefully Nkunku recover before facing Liverpool. Mate, it's tough. When they say expecting to be out for weeks, and we've got, 9 days until Liverpool, that's going to be a problem, if we're being real. That is going to be a problem. I don't think he's going to play. Carlton, big up for your support, as always. 90 mil, that's a lot, bro. Brighton could never reject. Well, supposedly, according to Alex Crook at TalkSport, they are set to rejects that. Again, no, I don't want to be too disrespectful, but no credible sources have really said anything about that bid at all. So let's wait to see if anything more concrete comes. Paredes is more of an Enzo backup. Yeah, maybe. Top Bins, big up, my guy. Out for weeks, not months. How many games will he miss? I really don't know. But weeks would suggest he's at least. I feel he's going to miss the first one, and then after that, it's anyone's guess, really, isn't it? What's the Nkunku news? I'm going to get into that in a sec. Kingmo, big up. Yes, big up. up the shelves from South Korea. Yes, big up to all the South Korean Chelsea fans. Yep, Wes, all good, my brother. Hope you're good. Yes, big up to all the Caribbean Chelsea fans out in Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah, it's annoying. Brother, I appreciate that. Big yourself up. Sorry. Transfer deadline. Yeah, I think 11 p.m. in like a month's time. Rayan, big up. SW6 Blady, hope you're doing good, my guy. Should have signed Rayan Cherky. Who cares about his attitude? Well, the attitude's quite important because you want decent people around the dressing room. So, yeah, I'm not saying that he's a shit guy or anything, but the club have obviously clearly got some concerns. Craig, big up. No, I appreciate that, my brother. Big up to Middlesbrough. Hopefully Middlesbrough can come up this coming season. Michael Carrick at the helm, a decent youngish squad there. Let's see what happens with them. Yeah, I've just been reading. Why are we ruining the season for 10 mil? Yeah, it's a fair point. Again, we don't know if this is definitely true yet. So let's hold fire on any potential criticism we might be firing the director's way. But let's wait for some more credible sources to confirm that. No update on the Vlahovic deal necessarily. It is a lot yet, but we need it. Yeah, it's decent. It is a good one. Yeah, the 25 Zola. What a guy. Chelsea have not bid for Cherky because of attitude, according to reports. Yep. Yeah, he would be, Leo. But the problem is, though, he's injured until October. So us getting him in whilst he's a top player is not really ideal, if we're being honest, to not be able to use until October. Jacob, big up. Situation with Gabri Vega. Nothing, really. The links to him went quite a long time ago, and nothing's really been said since. Get Vlahovic another striker because of Nkunku. It is whatever Poch needs. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I know. Irish Clover, we were so close. And then that fucking field that we played in, he fell slightly awkwardly and felt something in his knee, which is really, really frustrating. But the chance is still there. He's not off the table necessarily. Yeah, agreed on that. Yeah, it is frustrating. It is frustrating. No, I don't think so. Nkunku may miss 2 or 3 games. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. That's a twist in the knee. Yeah, it's so hard to tell. It is so hard to tell. But look, for me personally, I think he's definitely missing Liverpool, and he could be missing the West Ham away game as well. So let's wait and see. Anto, big up. I think the youngsters we have now are hungry and will fight for us. I agree on that. Yes, Leo up the Chelsea. No, Caicedo. I don't know. Sheffield United versus Southampton preseason match. Fair. Yes, big up Kazuba from Qatar. Qatar. I think I'm coming to Qatar in October for the Grand Prix. So yeah, looking forward to it. Yes, big up. So yeah, he did. Yeah, it doesn't look that bad, but again, walking and playing's different. Yeah, agreed on that. Yeah, always good one to have. What else have we got here? Loads of stuff coming in, guys. Again, if you want to guarantee your comments get read out, please do use the super chat function. Big up in terms of the additions we have so far. Are you confident of a top 4 finish? Yes, if we get Caicedo. No, if we don't. I'll be honest. It was a joke. Yes, Bash, big up, my G. Appreciate you as a United fan. Keep growing, bro. Nah, appreciate you as always. It's all love at the end of the day. Thank you very much for tuning. I don't know if you've come over from Saeed's channel or not. I was just on over there. But if you have, then big yourself up. But if you haven't, still big yourself up anyway. Appreciate the donation, guys. If you want to guarantee your comment gets read out, like Bash has done, you can use the super chat function, people. I will try and get through as many as I can. It is the call-in show. So yeah, let's wait and see. Block that off. Ridiculous comment there. That is now blocked. Lovely. Yeah, there we go. Can't have that shit on there. What's happened with Wahi news? Nothing really. Although Eintracht Frankfurt are trying to do that as well. They're trying to get him as well. Yeah, it was quite distasteful, and he's been blocked, and I've blocked and removed the user. So yeah, we haven't got any room for that sort of hate and those sort of comments. So yeah, that has been removed. Certain people always ruin it for other people. How long is Nkunku out for? I think weeks. Right, we're going to dive into this, guys. I know we've hit the 50 likes. Keep running the likes up and keep subscribing to the channel, guys. I will open the lines. I just want to get through a few bits of news first, and then we will open the lines. Already 88 of us locked in on my channel. Less than 10 minutes in. We're doing great things. No, Torres jersey not for sale for $100. No. I like that. I like the. I like it. I like it a lot. So yeah. Yes, big up my G. Will Gallagher play as defensive midfield or attacking midfield? I don't know. We wasted so much time on Caicedo. Yeah, I know. Potentially, but I think not having a defensive midfield player is going to be more problematic than that. But yeah, let's dive into the Christopher Nkunku news then, guys. So basically, we also had the announcement of Axel Disasi this morning as well. I will go through the pictures and talk about that. What is my channel? I will link it in the chat now for you lovely people that haven't subscribed and will go and subscribe, of course. Goes without saying, guys. You know the drill around here. 331 of us locked in already. 5K subscribers, there will be a giveaway. Let's run these subs up. Link is in the chat now, guys. So please do hit the link, click the subscribe button. It is massively appreciated and it takes seconds of your time. And I'm forever grateful for it. But let's bring up the Nkunku news, people. So we have got here. Is that it? No. Is that it there? Yeah, this is the one here. So Chelsea are hopeful that Christopher Nkunku has avoided a long spell on the sidelines with only weeks out rather than months after he suffered a knee injury. So actually, it's only hopeful, which is a little bit concerning. They're hopeful, but it doesn't say that. It doesn't say it's a guarantee. This is what we really didn't want. You know, one of our big signings, obviously not this summer, but a big signing that's come in, and you know, we haven't managed to. You know, we just about got through pre-season, and then we haven't got. We're missing our main number 10 attacking player. I don't know. It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. Like they're hopeful, so we don't even know yet. Like we don't even know if it's going to be weeks or it could be months. It could be longer. Like. This potentially is a huge issue. Like it feels mad. It does feel mad. I mean, what I would say though, people saying that you know we're losing to Liverpool, we don't have Nkunku, let alone Caicedo. Liverpool's midfield isn't exactly firing on all cylinders either. But yeah, it's just so annoying because we got so close to having a perfect pre-season really, and then all of a sudden, last game on a fucking tractor field, we've got fucking issues. Like we've just picked up a knee injury to Nkunku, which we obviously didn't need it, but you know it puts a big spanner in the works, guys. It puts a big spanner in the works. It really does because you know now what we're looking at is if Nkunku not to play at number 10 is who are we playing there now? You know, are we putting in Martin there? Are we putting Chukwuemeka there? Are we putting Conor Gallagher there? That's why we need. I think now this could force our hand to move quickly on a Mohamed Kudus. I think it really could force our hand to move fast on Kudus because you know we are desperate. We are desperate for a sort of an attacking midfield sort of hybrid player. Carney, yeah, RyX9. I agree, bro, that Carney would do a job there, but are we at the point now where we're just happy for players to do a job there? So yeah, it's yeah, I really don't know. It is a tricky one. Yeah, apologies. Let me zoom in slightly. There we go. Is that better? We're zoomed in now, people. We're zoomed in. There we go. Apologies for not being zoomed in. But yeah, it's. I mean, look. What do we think, guys? I mean, I don't think Vega's on the table, to be honest. I'm going to get into the Hall loan. Get Kudus ASAP. Yeah, guys, what are your thoughts? Fatta, big up, my G. I will see you tomorrow, brother. I just opened the picture on Twitter of the bus, mate. Did you get pictures with him and that? Tomorrow could be, bro. Tomorrow could be a bit of a mad one if we get it right, mate. We could be snapping some photos with a few legends. But big up, my guy. Time for the other players and backups to step up. I agree with you, but Carney would be the best option. Yeah, no, for this Liverpool game, if Kudus or Elise is not in, even if Elise signed, we wouldn't be able to get him anyway for the Liverpool game because he's injured till October, as I was saying. So, yeah, that's kind of peak for us. It really is. Just need to wait for Nkunku to recover. Rushing him back could cause long-term damage and we lose him for the rest of the season. Yeah, we're not going to rush him back or anything, but yeah, I think this really does need to. We need to. We need to accelerate our interest in Mohamed Kudus now, because we need someone to play there desperately. Like, obviously we can get by, of course. We've got players that can go in there, but no one to the level of Christopher Nkunku, which is a big blow. Now Nkunku injury is a nightmare. It is a nightmare. Yeah, fair, bro. I hear you. I mean, weeks could be 2 months. Weeks could be 8 weeks. Weeks is anything more than a single week. So fuck knows. Should have got Cherky about 2 weeks ago. I'm not really sure on that. Ember, big up my guy. Yeah, it's really annoying. They have McAllister, that Soboslai, and someone else. Yeah, but in terms of defensive midfield, in terms of central midfield, it's not the best if we're being totally honest with ourselves, people. I don't know. Fulham are in talks with Damari Gray as well. But if Willian actually does a madness and goes to Saudi after signing, then yeah, maybe they get Cho as well. Mudryk, Martin, and Chuku should start. Really think we need to keep Hall. Well, look, I think a lot of people are wanting to keep Hall. Personally, Edson Alvarez, I don't know about that. Kudus moves me more, but people don't see it because he doesn't have flair in his play. Fair. Loads of stuff coming in the chat. Yeah, but yeah, guys, this is a problem. Again, we've got, obviously, this is a little bit of an update, but we still haven't got the full picture on the Nkunku news. But yeah, it's just our luck. I mean, seriously, the last game of pre-season, it wouldn't be a Chelsea pre-season without someone getting injured, or without, you know, a key player getting injured. We've already lost Wesley Fofana before the season started, and now we've lost fucking Nkunku for weeks, which I like. We don't know what that means. Weeks could be 2, or it could be fucking 10. Like we haven't got any idea. Look, if we're spinning positives out of this situation, at least it's before the season started and not during the season. But yeah, it's a shame we're not going to be able to see him make his debut at Stamford Bridge in all likelihood. It really is annoying. We need Caicedo, pay the money. Yeah, we do need to do it. We need to do it. Right, let's move away from the Nkunku news then, people, because yeah, there's not really too much more to say other than that. We just got to get. Nah, mate, the João Felix train is long left the station. It's left the station. Again, we don't know how long he's out for. Doesn't Chukwuemeka has to step up? Yeah, look, for me, my option in the 10 would be Chukwuemeka. If that's the case, let's get Chukwuemeka in there. If Kudus is not in for that first game, I would certainly be looking to bring in. I'll be looking to bring in Chukwuemeka. No two ways about it, guys. I would be desperate to bring. I would certainly look to play him there. But yeah, let's hope this forces the club's hand. It speeds us along a little bit, and we put a bid in for Kudus, and we just try and move on from this. But yeah, this Nkunku news is not great. It's not the worst it could have been. It could have been a lot worse for sure. But yeah, it certainly isn't ideal when one of your main attacking players is out and is going to miss certainly the first game of the season, maybe the first few, which could be a problem. Noni has had hamstring tightness, so he's not featured in the preseason games. Plus, he had an extended time off because he was at the under 21s he was at the 21s with England, so that's why. But yeah, it's a real problem that he's not he's not fit. It really is. Like he should have been playing. I don't see Madueke starting the Fulham game. The Liverpool game now. It's going to be interesting, guys. It is going to be interesting. But yeah, let's hold on and see if there's any further Nkunku updates. But right now, it's not great, but it's not an absolute disaster. So yeah, it's a bit of a problem. Yeah, no, I hear you, but he's out till October, so it doesn't really do us much good for the next couple of months. But no, Noni's fit now, but he's just not match fit, if that makes sense. Yeah, we do. Yeah, no, he was training. Yeah, Noni's been training. Do you think we will get better updates for Nkunku? Yeah, absolutely. We will do at some point, but we just haven't got them. We haven't got them right now, guys. We haven't got them right now. So yeah, let's wait and see on that front what happens. But yeah, not great news, people. Not great news. It's not the news we wanted, but it isn't the worst news in the world either. If we're trying to spin a positive on it, he's not out for a seemingly long period of time. But again, My only concern is that they're hopeful, and weeks plural is very, very vague as well. So yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see on this one. But let's move on from that the depressing Nkunku news to some, I guess, more positive news potentially. Let's talk about Lewis Hall now, because it looks like, according to Edmund Brackett, it's been confirmed by others as well, that Crystal Palace are working on a deal to sign Lewis Hall on loan from Chelsea. 18-year-old looks set to put pen to paper on a new deal at Stamford Bridge before heading out for the season. I think for all parties involved, this is a great deal. Lewis Hall goes to a good Premier League club in Crystal Palace. He should really be playing week in, week out, or very regularly, a lot more regularly than he has played at Chelsea and has played in his very fledgling senior career to date. So, yeah, I think this is a good move. Again, it'd be interesting to see where Chelsea want him to play, or what Roy Hodgson plans to play him, because Hall, by his own account, his preferred position is central midfield. Yet for Chelsea, we've only ever seen him there once, and that was away at Anfield against Liverpool, and the occasion got the better of him a little bit in all fairness. So yeah, it's I think this is a great move for him. I think it's a really, really good loan move. But I mean, guys, where do you think, people let me know in the chat, where do you think Lewis Hall's going to play if he goes on loan to Crystal Palace? Do you think they're going to use him as a left back? Do you think they'll use him as central midfielder? Will they use him higher up the pitch as an attacking player? I probably wouldn't have thought they'd use him as an attacking player, but do you see him being used predominantly at left back, mainly in central midfield? What are we thinking, guys? What are we thinking? It's certainly an interesting one. Yeah, guys, the link will be going in shortly. I just want to get through a few more bits of news, guys. Left back to replace Mitchell. Fair. But yeah, I think this is a good loan deal. I mean, I know, again, people think Lewis Hall is good enough to play a part in the squad now. I hear you, and I also agree that he probably is. No two ways about it. I think he probably is. But the issue we've got is that, you know, is with Martson there, who's played a lot more senior football than Lewis Hall, with, you know, others there like Cucurella as well, who, you know, for the money we paid and the wages that he's on, you know, is he going to get in ahead of him? Probably not. So, yeah, look, I think this is a good move for him. Great that he's going to sign a new long-term deal. He goes and has a season of playing regular Premier League football at a decent Premier League club. And then he comes back for the 24-25 season to provide competition and rotation for Ben Chilwell. So, yeah, look, I think this ticks all the boxes. I really do think this ticks all the boxes in terms of a decent Premier League loan move. Whilst we're talking on loans, guys, it looks like Cesare Casadei is set to join Leicester City on loan as well, which I think is a really good move as well. No two ways about it. I think it's a great move. So yeah, you know, all in all, I think this is pretty good. We're saying left back. He needs to play left back because him and Reece are the future. He'd have Saka in his Saka fair. Hopefully he can start over Couch next preseason. Maybe Martson will be played as a winger and not left. Well, no, because if Kudos comes in, then for me, I still feel that Martson could easily leave on loan, or could even be sold. Because I think if a Kudos comes in, for example, then, you know, I don't really see where Martson plays across that front line that he has been doing in preseason. So yeah. Let's wait and see. But yeah, that Lewis Hall move, guys, I'm definitely excited about that one. No two ways about it, guys. I think it's a good move. I do think it's a good move. So let's wait and see what happens on that. But yeah, I think it's clear that Lewis Hall is definitely going to go out on loan, sign a new long-term deal. He's got a massive future at Chelsea. No two ways about it. So yeah, I'd be really intrigued to see how he develops at Crystal Palace, because it'd be the first time in his senior career that he's going to be playing week in, week out. Guys, before the lines open, I will just go through one more little bit of news of the Disasi unveiling. We're all saying left back. Yeah, I hear you, bro. I hear you. We're now going to be short in midfield. Not good. We're already short in midfield. So Lewis to Palace can only be a good thing for him. Yeah, I agree. I don't care about Kudus right now. I care about Caicedo. No, yeah, for sure. At least can be better fit for that Ericsson role. Yeah, but we need someone that can play now. He could possibly be a left winger with his delivery, maybe. Yeah, mate, we need that Ornstein dagger. We just need it to come out of nowhere. Poch loves Martin too much to bin him. No, I hear you on that, but like I also feel that there are possibilities that there could be other options. As well. I mean, for me, I don't think all three options can't be ruled out for Ian Martin. I still think he could stay. I still think he could leave on loan. I still think he could be sold potentially. Looks like Duff on the juice. Ollie, big up my G. What's happened to Vlahovic? Nothing really. Expecting some sort of resolution either way in within the next week. Instead of making the shit bids, yeah, quite possibly. Very concerned about the midfield as we are light in numbers. Agreed. Poch doesn't want Vlahovic. That's clear. Chelsea were offered Vlahovic last month and said no. So yeah, Pochettino doesn't want Dusan Vlahovic. So unless it's changed, then let's wait and see on that one. But yeah, guys, I'm just going to move into the Axel Disasi stuff, and then the lines will open, and we can phone in, and we can all have a good chat with each other. What have we got popping off here, people? So Axel Disasi, pictures have come out today, this morning. We knew he was signed last week. There he is in the shirt, looking good. What a guy. There he is. Do you know what I always love, right, is that when new signings come, right, they always talk about Drogba. Drogba is still having influence over players. Players still want to play for Chelsea because of Drogba. That is mad. That is mad. Like, it is amazing the influence he's had. And like, it's mad that sort of the kids of today wouldn't have seen Didier Drogba play for Chelsea. Like, I feel privileged to have grown up in that time where I've got to see Drogba play for the Blues. But yeah, he looks good in blue. And I think Disasi or Disasi, however you pronounce it, I think it's Disasi, is going to do moving forward. So I'm really excited to see how he does, guys, because I think there's a top centre back there, 25 years of age. We're getting a good player. French journalist Julien Laurent is saying that, Chelsea have got a good player on their hand in Disasi. They've said, what did he say? Chelsea, you've got a good one in Axel Disasi. Great personality and leadership, strong in the duels, quick, versatile, back four, back three, right back, international and European experience as well. So I think there's a lot of things to like about this deal. There's a lot of things to like. No two ways about it. There are a lot of things to like. But yeah, I mean, the Drogba influence is mad. The Drogba influence is second to none. But I mean, guys, where do you see Disasi fitting in this season? Yeah, bro, I hear you. Will Mudryk be a starter? Yeah, I think so. It's not been confirmed, but it's certainly looking that way, guys. It's certainly looking that way. Well, he was a badass. Yeah, Drogba is an icon. We need at least 2 Ornstein daggers. Yeah, I don't want an Ornstein dagger if it's another rejected bid. That Ornstein doesn't need to release that. Drogba grew up in France. No, but Drogba just in general is just he's an absolute icon. What a player, what a guy. And the fact that he's still influencing players today to come and play for the club says it all. It says it all. But yeah, Disasi, he's signed, he's here, he's been unveiled, and I'm excited to see how he's going to do this season. I'll be interested to see as well how much we think he's going to play also, because let's be honest, we don't really know how often he's going to play, if we're being honest, because it looks like, for me, I think Silva and Colwell's going to be the starting partnership. But yeah, I think we have to. I do think we have to wait and see what's going to happen for sure. I really do think we need to wait and see on that front, guys. But yeah, anyway, people, that's pretty much that's pretty much the main news for today. It's not been a massive news day in terms of Chelsea news, guys. But yeah, let's wait and see what happens. Any further insights that we get whilst the call-in show is taking place, people. But yeah, I'm gonna open the lines up now, guys, and you people can call in. But first things first, guys, make sure you keep smashing the likes. Run those likes up, people. 76 likes on my channel at the moment. We're gonna hit 100 likes again simple as we've hit it every day this week. We've hit it every day for pretty much the last 2 weeks. We've got another 24 to go. So hover over that thumb button, give it a click, guys. It massively helps out. So please do that. And more importantly as well, people, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You know, I really appreciate all the support. It's free content. You know, you guys support in great ways, and I massively appreciate it. So if you could help me out by subscribing to the channel, that would be fantastic. Links in the chat again, guys. Hit the link, subscribe. I'd like to try and get another 20 subscribers, if possible, in this stream, guys. We're setting big targets, but let's do it. If we get 20 subs, Moises Caicedo is definitely going to sign. So let's get to work, people. You're all top people. You can hit that subscribe button. It takes seconds. Let's chalk off another 20-odd subs. Let's try and get to 4,350 or even beyond if we can, guys. So I am now going to open the lines, and people are going to be able to have their say. For people tuning in on my channel, guys, I'm going to pin it to the top of the chat. For those of you that are locked in on Chelsea Fan TV, I will pop it in the chat at what do you call it? At various intervals, guys. So let's replace the pinned message. There we go. And guys, in the chat, I will. I'll put it in there right now for those of you on Chelsea Fan TV as well. So yeah, guys, lines are now open, people. So click the link and come and call in and have your say. Don't be shy. You don't have to have your cameras on or anything like that if you don't want to. But we are all live now, guys. So yeah, we're ready to go in. Whenever you are, people. Whenever you are. What are we saying here? For me, I'm going Mohamed Kudus just, but I'm happy with either one. No, I hear it. Where would you put Drogba in terms of the best? Definitely, he's right up there. He's right up there, particularly big game player, massive big game player. All fit centre-back situation will create playing time dissatisfaction. We've got four really. Look, I think it's going to be okay. But yeah, let's get this show on the road, guys. Rayan, how are we doing, my brother? You good? Big up as always for calling in. How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, good stuff, mate. Good stuff. Another week in Chelsea, and another week where, in fairness, we have signed a goalkeeper and a centre back. So we have got 2 signings through the door, but it's not
Sanchez,
it's not the signing we want, is it? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on Robert Sanchez and Disasi? Firstly, what are your thoughts on those two?
Sanchez, cheap price. Asasi, we need a backup centre back.
Yeah.
Goalkeeper, cheaper, 20 million. 2.
Yeah. It's not a bad price, is it? I mean, for me, for the Sanchez deal, obviously, I think we all wanted a number 1 goalkeeper, but I think the club, you know, they don't want to have 2 goalkeepers on first team wages, basically. So I guess Sanchez will be
okay. I'll give you breaking news. Want me to give you breaking news?
Yeah, go for it, mate.
Chelsea bid 90 million.
Yeah, I did see that from this guy at TalkSport, but again, it's not really been. I mean, I'm not saying it's not true, but again, I've not seen any of it, like any of it sort of confirmed by bigger sources. But I mean, I don't really know. It's a tough one, isn't it? Like, I mean, if we know that if 90 million is going to be instantly rejected, then we know what the price is. So I don't really know why we're kind of messing about with it. But you know, it is what it is at this point, isn't it? I mean, what do you think? Do you think that news is true? Do you think the 90 million is going to be the next bid?
But I was called. I saw a Twitter said Cassie reject 90 million.
Yeah. Do you think? I mean, do you think that is going to be our next bid then? 90? Because I mean, yeah, it's certainly not ideal, is it? But it's one of those, really, isn't it? I mean, we'll have to wait and see what happens on that one. What do you think of the Nkunku injury news? Looks like he's not going to play the Liverpool game.
No, Nkunku, he will play. He's that serious injury. They say
no, it says that he's going to be missing weeks rather than months, but you know, it's 8-9 days until we play Liverpool, so it's not been confirmed that he's missing the Liverpool game, but from the news that's come out today, it looks like he's probably going to miss that game. So I mean, what are your thoughts on him missing that game?
Oh man, if I heard they say if Brighton sell Casino, they will go to get Kudus, Brighton.
Yeah, well, I mean, Brighton have been interested in Kudos, but I think again he probably preferred to come to Chelsea if not. But I mean, mate, last thing, what are you expecting? I mean, like, what are you expecting sort of in the coming week? Do you think? I mean, last week we said hopefully Caicedo will be signed. We signed 2 players, but
Striker, the striker.
yeah, did you think we're going to get him?
Off on, off on, off on. It's confusing.
Yeah, it's a tricky one, isn't it? It's a tough one.
You heard news today.
Do you think Caicedo will be done this week?
Next week is Cassidy, all loan.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but do you think this time next week when we do the call-in show, Caicedo will be a Chelsea player? What are we saying?
I think Chelsea going to bid the 90 million today.
Yeah.
We'll see what the Brighton say. What happens?
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see.
They want to play game. We'll play games.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, bro, there's loads of people waiting, so I'm going to move on now. Thank you as always for calling in. Hope you have a good weekend, my guy. And yeah, we'll catch up again soon, brother. Cheers.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you, mate.
Yeah.
Right, what we got going on here? Okay, guys. Yeah, the reason why some of you might not be able to get in is because the studio is full at this point in time. Right, let's move on to the next one. We don't want to see that again. Call this Chelsea. What we saying, my guy?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thank you, brother. What are your thoughts with what's going on at Chelsea at the moment? Are you happy with the 2 signings that have come in the last week with Sanchez and Disasi? Are you pleased with those?
100%. Actually, I've been watching Monaco for 4 years, and then I've been vouching for this guy to be signed at Chelsea.
Yeah.
If you are going to potentially have a replacement for Fofana, so I'm happy he's coming to Chelsea. Also, is a leader, 25 years old. He's got that experience, played for 4 to 5 seasons in the French league. So I'm happy with Disasi. Also, if Robert Sanchez, I understand the club because why should we buy Mike Meunier 85 million while we still have cap on huge wages? It's a big risk. So
Yeah.
I think Chelsea saw an opportunity there. Let's just use it and get this goalkeeper, and then from next season we're kind of focusing on getting a top class goalkeeper. So I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, no, I think by all accounts that is the plan. I think Chelsea did want to get a number 1 this summer, but when it became clear that we couldn't get rid of Kepa, that those plans changed. So I think next summer Kepa will go because it will be 2 years left on his contract, and he won't be offered a new one. And this ownership is selling players who aren't going to be signing a new contract with 2 years left, so ensure we can get maximum value for him. So I think next summer we'll sell him, and we'll look to bring in a main choice keeper. I mean, bro, in terms of the Nkunku injury news, I mean, it's not been confirmed the exact time frame, but it looks more than likely he's going to miss the Liverpool game. How big a blow? Obviously, it's a massive blow. What are your thoughts on that, and who do you think could step in to replace him?
For me, it's a bigger blow, especially how he influenced our game. He's so creative. The way he link up play with our players, it seems like they built some chemistry there. So hopefully it's not a bad injury that can take for months. So let's pray just maybe 2 weeks or a week. That will be great for us. But what a blow, man. But in terms of stepping in, I'll play Kanye as a 10 for me because
Okay.
he's shown in the presence that he can play very well. So let's hope Kanye can step in. But man, with Nkunku, man, what a blow for us.
Yeah, it's a big blow. I mean, do you think this will force the club now to put a bid in for someone like Kudos then, so we can get him in and use him? What do you reckon?
Man, at the moment, if I was Chelsea, was possible, I was gonna sell Raheem Sterling and get Kudos.
Yeah. I know obviously Elise is injured until October, but out of the two of them, Elise and Kudus, who would you prefer if you were choosing?
Or if everyone was fit, I'll choose Olise,
Yeah, yeah.
100%.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, bro, when do you think? I mean, we've been waiting and waiting and waiting for Caicedo. I mean, last thing, mate. What do you think next? Do you think in the next week it's going to happen? Do you think I mean, it has to happen, doesn't it? Next, I mean, literally a week today, the season starts. Man City, Burnley, and in what 7 or 8 days we play Liverpool. It has to happen next week, really, doesn't it? Do you think it will?
Man, I'm gonna give you my opinion on this. As a Chelsea fan, we've been wasting so many time on this deal, so many weeks now on Moses Caicedo. It's either we pay the asking fee or we better have a good alternative because, man, facing Liverpool without a DM, that's criminal. Especially if you watch our game against Newcastle, the way you consider that goal. Gordon just blasted in the midfielder. No one was tracking him. No one stopped him, and until that silly mistake by Cocorella. But I won't blame me a lot. And then they scored. You see how we do really need a DM. So I just pray that our recruitment team know what they're doing. But overall, I trust them because they've been doing so much work, good work in Chelsea. So I won't follow them if you don't get Moses Caicedo, but if not, get a better alternative.
Yeah, I mean, the alternatives aren't great, though. If you believe what the list is, it's Tyler Adams, Paredes, Edson Alvarez, and Amadou Onana on there. So they're not the best. Last thing, bro, quickly, what are your thoughts on the Vlahovic-Lukaku swap deal? Are you a fan of that? Do you want Vlahovic at Chelsea?
100%.
Yeah.
And if overall, Chelsea fans want to get rid of Lukaku. So any opportunity that we can get rid of Lukaku on a massive wages, disrespecting our club, I'll take it.
Yeah.
But now it's up to Chelsea convincing Vlahovic first, then try all means to lower Juventus asking fee. I won't let our club paying, for example, 50 or 40 with Vlahovic on top, or if Lukaku on top. That's a lot for us. So hopefully we get this done. And then I'm not a fan of saying, oh, we have Jackson, what are we doing? This is Chelsea Football Club. We need to have two best players on each and every position so that the coach can have a headache or options what to do. Same as Rhys James and Malo Gusto. We have two fantastic right backs. So it's a headache for Pochettino. As long as we get the result, I don't care who plays.
Yeah, no, I hear you, bro. I hear you. Well, mate, loads of people waiting. Great to speak to you as always, bro. Thank you for calling in. And yeah, hopefully we've got some good news in the next week and I'll catch up with you soon, brother. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, mate. Right, let's move on to the next one then. We got plenty of people waiting. Apologies about the wait, guys. I know it's been quite long. I'm sorry about that. Keep running the likes up, people. Anyway, we are 6 likes away now from 100 likes on my channel. So please do. Let's knock off these final 6 likes, guys. And make sure you keep subscribing as well, guys. It is massively appreciated. I'll put the link to the channel back in the chat. Again, please, please, please subscribe. We're looking for about sort of 15 more subscribers today, guys. So let's get to work. Hit the link in the channel, in the chat. Smash that subscribe button, and let's get to that little mini milestone. Guys, I'll start letting more people in again when the studio's a little bit more empty. I don't want to keep letting more people in when it's quite full. So let's move on to the next one then. Bro, how are we doing? Oh, what is that? I've been done silly there. Let's remove that. Sorry, mate. How are we doing, Michael? You good?
Oh, yeah,
hello,
I'm
mate.
good. I'm doing well.
Yes, nice.
There's a lot that's been happening this week. I mean, we've got a new goalkeeper. We've got we've got 2 young French players as well. I mean, I know we're signing a lot of young players. I am concerned a little bit about that. But what would your take would be on that?
No, I'm not necessarily concerned. I mean, like age doesn't necessarily equal experience. It's just like if you're good enough, you're old enough. As far as I'm concerned, like if you've got your ability there, I don't think it matters how old you are. To a degree, I understand like you don't want a team sort of full of 18 or 19-year-olds, but guys sort of in their early to mid 20s, I haven't got an issue with that. These are experienced players. Like even Disasi, for example, he's captained Monaco in the Champions League. So yeah, it's he's got experience over 100 games. He's played alongside Badiashile as well, whilst they were both at Monaco. He played with Cesc Fabregas for a couple of years when he was there. So I haven't got a problem with it. I understand that sometimes you do want a bit more you want a bit more experience in there, a bit more age in there. But yeah, I'm not massively against it. But I mean, are you pleased with the two signings? Are you pleased with the goal? What are your thoughts on Sanchez?
I think he's a good goalkeeper. I mean, he's well established in the Premier League. He knows the league.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's a good thing that we are signing players in the Premier League rather than, let's say, getting a goalkeeper from Portugal, for example, who might be unproven. I mean, so I think he's a good signing, and I think the thing is, with obviously Lukaku and the Vlahovic thing.
Yeah.
I think getting Lukaku out is the main thing, but I am concerned if we end up getting Dusan Vlahovic. I mean, he's going to want first team football, right? I mean, he's going to expect to play 90 minutes. And obviously, with the news of Nkunku, should we sign Vlahovic in his place, or do we stick faith with Nicholas Jackson?
I don't think it would be in his place per se, because he's more of a centre forward than he is a number 10. So yeah, I think I'm not massively against it, but at the same time, I think that it's tough, isn't it? It's tough. Like if Pochettino and the club decide they want Vlahovic, then fine. But if we're looking at if we're more concerned, if this deal is more appealing to us because it enables us to get rid of Lukaku, if that's the main reasons we're doing it, rather than for actually wanting Vlahovic, then we shouldn't be doing it. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see on that one. I don't know. It is an interesting one. I'm not really sure what's going to happen there. But I mean, on the Caicedo thing, mate, do you think we're gonna? Yeah. Do you think we'll get him? I mean, obviously, every week that goes by, I'm like, oh, do you think like this could be the week? This could be the week. Yeah. But with us playing Liverpool next week, I mean, this is. I mean, obviously, I know the window's open until the start of September, but surely we should expect some serious movement this week. Do you think we could get some sort of conclusion to the deal?
I get the feeling that we're going to have to pay the asking price in terms of 100 million. I mean, that's what they're asking for, isn't it? And I mean, we've offered a 90 million bid at the moment.
Well, I mean, that's only been said by one person. None of the kind of the main sort of more trustworthy sources have commented on that yet. So it's possible that we might have done. But let's wait and see.
I mean, is there any chance that he could hand in a transfer request and force the move himself?
I mean, yes, he could do that, but at the same time, Brighton are holding firm for their asking price. I don't really know at this stage how much difference that's necessarily going to make, really. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just one of them sagas that's dragging on and on and on. But I mean, mate, obviously the Nkunku injury is not ideal. Probably going to miss the Liverpool game. I don't think we would have signed Mohamed Kudus or whoever it might be by then. Who would you like to see take Nkunku's place sort of in that number 10 role, presuming he does miss that game? Are you thinking Chukwuemeka, Gallagher? Who would you like to see there?
I probably would put Chukwuemeka there because I think Gallagher is probably going to be alongside Enzo like he has been in pre-season.
Yeah,
I mean,
quite possibly.
But and And will Andre Santos play in the first team? I mean, that could be another question. I mean, he could be alongside Enzo as well. I mean, he's done very well.
No, he has done really well. I mean, there's a few options there, but yeah, I agree with you. I would certainly go for Chukwuemeka if no one else comes in. I think he's ready to step up and play in that number 10 role, and I feel that Gallagher could be more likely to start alongside Enzo Fernandez if Caicedo's not coming. Even though Santos has really impressed, I think Pochettino is a big fan of Conor Gallagher. So we'll have to wait and see what happens on that front. But yeah, got loads of people still waiting, mate. So I will move on now. But thanks for calling in as always, mate. Enjoy the rest of your day and your weekend, mate. Take care. Cheers.
Yeah, I will do. Thank you.
Thank you, mate. Right, guys. Keep smashing the likes, people. People in the chat, am I going to get done for that picture earlier, even though it was on screen for less than a second? So hopefully I don't get a ban. But for anyone that knows a bit more about YouTube and stuff, I mean, is that likely to get a ban? I suppose at worst case scenario, I might have to delete the video once we're done. Let's wait and see. You'll be okay. Submit an appeal. Perfect. I'll just submit an appeal. That's fine. Yeah, right. Let's move on to the next one, guys. Keep running the likes up as well. Hopefully, no more rude pictures are going to appear on the screen. Polish Jerry, big up, my guy. What are you saying?
Yeah, I'm doing good. And you?
Yeah, good. Thank you, mate. Good. Thank you. Thank you for waiting. Sorry about the wait. Yeah. How are you doing? What are you feeling about Chelsea? Obviously, in the last week, we've had 2 signings: Robert Sanchez and Axel Disasi. Are you happy with those?
Well, with Axel Disasi, I'm quite happy we made a signing because he can be a good replacement for the for the obviously injured Wesley Fofana. And for Sanchez, I'm not really sure because, well, I mean, the price tag seems ideal, but then after all, he was Brighton's first not first choice keeper, third choice keeper last season. So, there's that. But still, I think we made some decent recruitment, and hopefully there'll be more.
Yeah, I hope so as well, mate. I mean, yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, it's a tough one, isn't it? I mean, I think Sanchez will be decent, and can definitely provide competition for Kepa. So, I think at some point he could he could displace Kepa as the first choice keeper, but. Yeah, let's wait and see on that front. Mate, in terms of kind of obviously unbeaten preseason, yes, the Nkunku injury news is not great. What sort of, do you think, I mean, obviously just over a week out until Liverpool, what sort of position do you think the club are in right now? Do you think we're in a good place at the moment?
Well, I mean, if we compare this position compared to last season, I think it's definitely better. We look more sharp. We look more determined. We definitely look, well, just better prepared for the new season. And yeah, the squad harmony looks good. The manager looks happy with the squads, and yeah, it's a good position to be in. But I feel like it could be better with more additions to the squad, and if injuries weren't happening to these important players, like Christopher Nkunku, unfortunately.
Yeah, it is a shame. Like, we almost had a perfect pre-season pretty much in the last game on an awful pitch, and yeah, we just pick up an injury to a key player, which is really frustrating. But it is what it is. It's Chelsea. We seem to be cursed in that injury department.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
In terms of the Caicedo deal, it's so boring. It's like Mount. It's like Lukaku. It's like Harry Kane. It's like Mbappe. It's dragging on and on and on and on. Unconfirmed reports that a new bid of £90 million has gone in and it's set to be rejected, although no one none of the bigger names have confirmed that news at all. But I mean, what are your thoughts? Where are you at with this? Do you think this will get done before the Liverpool game? Because I think it's unlikely that it gets done before Liverpool now.
With the 90 million bids reported by TalkSport, I mean, I wouldn't really take that news seriously at all. I mean, I wouldn't really consider TalkSport as one of the most reliable news outlets that are out there. So I would just take that news, should we say, with a pinch of salt. And whether if it's going to get completed before the Liverpool game, probably not. I feel like it's going to drag on and on until the until the window ends, basically, and hopefully that happens because I would really, really like it if we do sign him.
Yeah, I mean, we just need to get it done as quickly as possible. We'll have to wait and see what happens on that front. But just last thing, mate, what are your thoughts on a Lewis Hall potential loan to Crystal Palace? Do you think that's a good move for him? Does that? I mean, I don't ask if it excites you or anything, but like, do you think that's good for him? Do you think that's best for the club?
It's good for his development. I mean, I'm not really sure about the choice of club because of the manager, Roy Hodgson.
Yeah.
I feel like he's a manager who doesn't really excite me, in all honesty. But still, I mean, Palace do have some good young players. They still have Elise for the foreseeable future. They still have Eze. They have who else? That the Corey geezer. He's quite good.
Corey decent. Yeah.
And just I feel like that would be a decent loan for him, but I'm not really sure with the manager.
Yeah, it's a tricky one, isn't it? I mean, do you think that he could have had a part to play for Chelsea this season? Do you think he should have been involved in the squad?
He should have been involved more. I'm not really sure if he starts over Kukureya and Chilwell, so there's that. But I feel like a loan move is a better choice for him right now because I feel like he wouldn't start very much in the new season.
Yeah, no, I hear you on that one for sure. But yeah, mate, got plenty of people still waiting. Thank you so much for calling in. Thank you for the support as always, and yeah, hopefully catch up with you again soon, mate.
Thank you.
No problem at all, guys. No problem at all. Right, guys, because we still got loads of people left in here, guys. I'm gonna do all these people, and then I'll have to round out the stream after that because we still got 3, 4, 5. So we've still got 8 more people. So no more people, unfortunately, are going to be able to call in this week. Still got 8 to go, and I'll be here all night. And I've got a few other things that I do need to do, guys. So apologies if you've been trying to get on and you've not been able to. I will do all the people that are waiting. But yeah, guys, keep smashing the likes, keep subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already. And yeah, let's move on to the next one. Eric Blue, what are you saying? You good?
Big up, man. Thanks for having me.
No, you're welcome. No problem at all. Where are you calling from?
I'm in England. I'm
in England. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you want to say? How are you feeling about Chelsea at the moment? Obviously, unbeaten pre-season. We're just over a week out from the first game of the season. How are you feeling?
Honestly, to be honest, I think most Chelsea fans are feeling good. I'm definitely feeling good compared to last season. Last season was an absolute disaster. So I know that we really are ambitious and we want to challenge for the title immediately.
Yeah.
But realistically, we just have to wait. We have to just bide our time and be careful. So I think last season we were like snails. So we're just crawling throughout the season. So I think from crawling to flying is going to take maybe not that long, maybe like a season or 2. But I think we need to try and like start walking and then running before we try to go to the top. So it's not what people want to hear, and I don't want to wait too long myself. But I just feel as if if we just wait and see with some of these players we've brought in, we can have a much better idea of how the squad needs to be moving forward. I know we want a striker. We're not still 100% sure about Jackson, even though he had a fantastic preseason. We definitely need a midfielder. Personally, I think no matter what happens this season, I think no matter who we sign, I expect us to get maybe top 6.
Yeah.
Maybe top 4 is a bit of a stretch. Maybe I'm not saying it's not possible, but it might be a bit too much to ask, especially considering a lot of these players are new. So let's just see what happens against Liverpool. But I'm definitely excited overall. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned centre forward, mate. What are your thoughts on the Vlahovic Lukaku potential swap deal? Are you a fan of that? Do you think that's something we should be doing?
I think the real problem with that deal is the fact that a lot of people seem to want it because it means we can get rid of Lukaku.
Yeah, rather than wanting they want it more because it gets rid of Lukaku rather than wanting Vlahovic.
Yeah, and I think that's a big problem. You can't want a player because it means you get rid of someone else. I hope there's actually a plan for bringing him in and we know what we want to do with him. Personally, I haven't watched a lot of him, so I can't really speak to, definitively about him. I don't want to come across as if I'm some kind of hater. But I don't know enough about him to really rate him. He's probably better because of his age, and maybe, I've heard people say his style is a bit better. He's better on the ball.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
I just don't.
he's 7 years younger, isn't he? But still, I get what you're saying. Like, if we're slightly unsure of him, we shouldn't be going for the move. It's as simple as that. Unless we're fully convinced and we're all in on Dusan Vlahovic, then we shouldn't be going for that move, because you shouldn't be signing a player based on wanting to get rid of someone else more than actually wanting the actual player. So it'll be interesting to see kind of how that one does pan out. Mate, in terms of the Nkunku injury news, obviously we haven't got an exact time frame, but it looks like it's going to be missing the Liverpool game. It's obviously a massive problem. Who would you like to sort of see replace him in that number 10 role? And do you think we could see a bid for Mohamed Kudus be accelerated forward a little bit, because we need someone in that position now?
Yeah, I mean, I think we need to get Kudus in, or Kudos, however you pronounce his name.
Yeah.
We need to get him as soon as possible. I think that was either way, whether Nkunku was fit and firing or not. But I don't know if is he fit himself? Is he ready, or is he still?
He had a small injury in Ajax's pre-season. I mean, I don't think it's. I don't know if he's fit and ready to go or not, but he's certainly fitter than Elise is. Who's out till around October time. So yeah, I think a deal for Kudus could easily be done for around £40 million. So if he just put the money on the table, it shouldn't be an issue. But I mean, I presume we're not going to get Kudus in before the first game. Who do you think best positioned to replace Nkunku? Do you think it will be? Would you like to see Chukwuemeka, or do you think Conor Gallagher there? Do you think someone else? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so initially I might have said Conor Gallagher, just because when I remember what he did for Crystal Palace, he seemed to really work, as a counter-attacking midfielder. But maybe in terms of the way our team is functioning, we need to have someone like Carney, in there, just because he seems to be better on the ball, and he might be able to have those, play in tight spaces and deliver those passes that we need better than maybe Gallagher. And especially considering as well that Gallagher had a really, really strong game against Dortmund. I thought,
he did a lot better than people were expecting him to do, because normally he's not really associated as a pivot player. So he did a lot better. Last thing, bro, do you think Caicedo is going to be done before the Liverpool game?
Oh, okay. So is it like 2 weeks away?
No, it's not this Sunday. It's next Sunday. It's like 9 days.
Wow. 9 days. Wow. Just over a week.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen, man. I mean, best case scenario. No. Best case scenario, maybe like, I was hoping like maybe a week before the game at the very latest. So even if we sign him before, I think at this point, even if we sign him before the game, he won't start. He just won't start the game. So it's not going to happen, man.
No.
But I think, I think he will.
Do you think it will happen anyway?
Yes. It will. I'm still holding on to the belief that eventually he will sign, and I'm still hoping and expecting that it's going to be less than 100 million, but not before Liverpool.
Nah, certainly not. Right, mate. Got loads more to get through. Thank you so much for calling in. Appreciate your support and appreciate you taking the time to come on. Big yourself up, and enjoy the rest of your evening and your weekend, mate, and hopefully catch up again soon, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, peace.
Right, guys, no one else is entering the studio, guys. The lines are closed. I'm going to do these ones in here, as I said, so no one else come in, because we won't be able to get on. I've only got left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, let's move on to the next one then. Imperious, how are we doing?
How you doing, brother? Dude, about that stream, what happened? Screw that guy who did that, number one. Number two, your appeal will go okay, because, dude, there's been bigger streams that have been bombed like that before.
Mate. I think my 4 and a bit thousand subscriber stream with a slightly inappropriate picture for probably 1 second on the screen.
Yeah, you're fine, dude. Don't worry. Yeah. Anyways, okay. I just come from a little different perspective, because I'm in the colonies over here, and our sports are a little different. People are very impatient. I've noticed in soccer, they want instant gratification. In the U.S. sports, for example, the Yankees haven't won a title in 20 years. You know what I mean? Like, you have to put things in perspective. So I think everyone's very impulsive. That's number one. So I think we got to stand back. They're trying to create a dynastic way to do this, instead of just having to buy new players and bring them in every year. They're bringing in, if you look, they're bringing in the top wonder kids off of Football Manager. That's kind of what they're doing. And they're going to build off that kind kind of gamble for the next 10 years and see, okay, we're going to create a big team of like young players who are super talented and have good physical abilities, and we're going to make them all grow together, kind of like the United team with like Scholes and all them, just building a dynasty. So you have to be patient, but if it works out correctly, you could get something like a Real Madrid Galacticos kind of thing, where you have like 3 titles in 4 years and stuff like that.
I mean, with having your like sort of background sort of in American sports, I mean, obviously Bolian's stuff involved in the Dodgers.
He's a Dodgers owner, yeah. He owns the Dodgers, yeah.
By all accounts, like, I mean, my knowledge of American sports is pretty poor, putting it mildly. But weren't the Dodgers not that great for quite a long time? And then Boley come in, and they've not finished outside the top 2 for the last however many years.
Well, it's a little bit different than that. So the way that the Dodgers in baseball is okay, Boley's been in there since like 2012, I think they bought the team with Magic and all them, like the kind of consortium.
Yeah.
And they have only won 1 title. They get to the playoffs every year. They make top 4. They've only won 1 title. It's very hard in American sports because you have every team's worth $8 to $10 billion. Like, these are monstrous people. These aren't like, unique little own. Like, you would say like the money that's in Man City is in like every NFL team. Because not just that, but the U.S. government also has tax exemptions for NFL teams and all that. So there's a lot bigger. This is a money thing, and Boley's looking at it in a business sense. Like, we got to realize that there's more things. There's free advertising for all of these transfers. He's going to drag Caicedo onto the last day, just like with Enzo, and all the media. Oh, is Enzo going to get through? Enzo going to get through? That's free media publicity. It's a lot of money. He's going to drag it on. Like, if we want Caicedo, with the money that you just got from Liveramento, the $17 million, you could drop that on the 80 and pay him and get him right now.
Yeah,
it's all under the control. Don't worry. Like, it's all like this is all like there are mechanisms going on behind the scenes that we don't see that are going on. You know what I mean? And
do you think Boley's kind of, obviously, because like English sports like football, soccer, whatever you want to call it, is obviously very different to how an NFL team or a basketball team or whatever is run. Do you think, from what you've seen so far, do you think he's trying to run it more like an American sports team, or do you think he's just bringing his own experience? And
I think he's doing a little hybrid, because I think he respects like the English fans and stuff, and knows kind of like a personal connection with the team and stuff like that. Like with fans here, like we have a personal connection, but we're not going to go like on the street and like protest if our team like loses for 5 years. You know what I mean? It's not that big a deal. But like, so I think he understands it's like kind of a cultural thing. But I also think he's trying to like create the mechanizations of how we're going to run for like 20 to 30 to 40 years. Because people forget, like, remember when they bought the team, they had to contractually spend like how many billions of dollars on player transfers and stuff in the next few years. They already understood that this was going to happen. Like, they're going to do this. Like, whether we like it or not, like, we may suffer for 3-4 years if we have to, but they're going to input what they want to do. And that's their right. They paid the money. You know what I mean? But we got to be faithful as fans. I mean, like, Chelsea wasn't a great team in the 80s. No, you know what I mean? We got to be patient. And I mean, we're still doing stuff. Look, we're spending tons of money. Disasi is a good player. I think he's a great player. I think him with Badia Shield, they played together before. I think they'll have a great partnership. I mean, with Colwell, I think those are some strong center backs. I mean,
we've got a good team. There's
I think if we sign, I mean, it's easy. I mean, can't Matson play for Nkunku for a game there? He looked good.
I mean, potentially, yeah, for sure.
I mean, he's been looking. I'm just saying, like, we have options, and for one game, let's not go hysterical. Like, if we draw versus Liverpool, okay, great. Liverpool didn't look great. They're not looking like they're like jumping off the mark like some world beater. I mean,
it's true. It is true. Like, these things do take time, but like, particularly with football in particular and fans in particular, you want to make sure like that there's very little patience. Like, they understand the situation, but it still doesn't negate.
Oh, I'm just saying, let's take a step back and say that we've spent like 300 million pounds or something in the last. Like, that's a lot. It's not like they're not trying. We're not Arsenal. We're just sitting there like twiddling our hands for 10 years and not buying anybody. Like, they're trying, and that's like they're buying all these. It's an investment for the future. You're buying like stocks to invest, and later on the stock market's going to overall raise, and that value is going to be way better. If we pick up, honestly, if we get like Olise, they could drop 35, just drop the 40. and buy him today. Drop that. Then you get Vlahovic, easy. Drop another 40. We have the money.
Yeah.
It's just it's the will. If they want to, they will. If they don't want to, they won't. And we just have to kind of like go, okay. But I think genuinely, if we get Vlahovic, if we get Elise, and even like I said, if Kudus, I think we were looking at him even before this injury, right? I think we were. I mean, if we pick up those four, that's another like 90, 100 million, okay? And then you pick up Caicedo for another 100 after that. But we still got to sell Ziyech. We still got to sell Lukaku. There's other things that have to go through before we just get rid. There's all these machinations, you know. And I'm just saying, I think we'll get it done. I think Caicedo will be done by the last day. I don't think they're going to give up like a 20-year-old, maybe the best defensive central midfielder in the world. They're going to sign him like that. We got to just not get scared about that. Olise and Vlahovic, those might be different. I don't know how the club, you know, values them, but we're going to pick up the best young players if we can. I mean,
last thing, bro. Where do you think we're going to finish this season? Obviously, a lot might depend on whether Caicedo comes in or not, but where do you think we're going to finish? Do you think we can get in those top 4, top 5?
I think we can get 4. If we sign a Elise, Kudus, get Vlahovic in there, or get another striker, even that like midfielder from Celtic, Virgo. I think we were looking at Vigo or something.
Yeah, we looked at Vigo. Yeah, we have looked at him. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so even something like that, I mean, it's just, what we're doing is we're just building depth in competition because, for example, like I remember, I don't know if you know who like Pete Carroll is at USC football. USC football used to be a dynasty, was the best school in football, in college football. He came in and created a kind of culture where the practices were so intense between the competition of the players there that the way they played week to week was so elevatedly higher than everybody else. Because if you have inner competition inside the team that is so high every single day, you're going to compete that way consistently every single game. How you practice is how you play. And I think, you know, that's a very important thing I think Pochettino is implementing. So anyways, bro, I don't want to take up too much time. But thanks again.
Mate, I appreciate you calling in. Appreciate the support as always. Thank you for calling in.
Yeah, thanks again, man. Hey, good job again. And don't worry about that thing, dude.
Oh, no, it's all good, brother. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great weekend, mate. And catch up with you soon.
Thanks for everybody. God bless everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, mate. Right, guys, let's get through these last few people then, guys. Apologies for such a long wait. Anvar, how are we doing? You good, brother?
Hello, bro. Thank you very much. Nice. How are you, Charlie?
Yeah, good. Thank you. Apologies about the wait.
Oh, it's okay.
What are you saying about Chelsea? How are you feeling? You feeling confident going into the new season? Do you like what you've seen in pre-season? Where are you at right now of the club? What are your thoughts?
Actually, it was a very nice pre-season. Actually, we are unbeaten after these 5 games. Actually, everything is okay except of the Christopher Nkunku's injury.
Yeah,
that's the big issue for the start of the season, I think. I hope he's maximum 2 weeks maybe out, or maximum 3 weeks. I hope not for the months. And my feeling is good.
Yeah, no, good stuff. I mean, what do you think we need? I mean, what are your thoughts on the Vlahovic and Lukaku swap deal? Do you think we need Dusan Vlahovic? Would you be a fan of that move?
I'm not a fan of Dusan Vlahovic because I actually think that if you sign a striker who is 23-year-old, you give a Lukaku who is approximately worth of 40 million, and additionally you pay approximately 25 or 30 million. It's approximately, let's say, 65 or 70 million euros.
Yeah.
So definitely that should be your number one striker. However, after showing the Nicholas Jackson's game, these 5 games that he have played, I don't want Vlahovic to become a number one striker, because from my point of view, Jackson has much more advantages in his abilities. I rate him over than Vlahovic. I think Vlahovic is approximately the same type of the player as Lukaku. You know, he don't have this kind of a pace, you know, this physicality as Jackson, I think.
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. And in terms of kind of the new signings we've had in the last week, what are your thoughts on Robert Sanchez and Disasi? You happy with that?
Yeah, of course. I am happy with Disasi because we actually have a 39-year-old Thiago Silva. I think he is not able to play every game and every week. That's a nice backup for him, of course, and for the future. In terms of Robert Sanchez, I rate his ball distribution over than Kepa. And I think his ability to he's a shot stopper. He's also better because he's taller. This is the problem of Kepa. His problem of the long shots. We always concede these goals from the long shots. All our opponents, they know this his weakness, and they just made these long shots, and we always concede from this kind of thing.
Yeah. I think he's decent. I mean, last thing, mate. What do you think we still need in the window? Obviously, Caicedo, of course, it's a given. But what else do you think we need?
I think we need one attacking midfielder, of course. Whether it's Kudus or Olise, that doesn't matter. I think we need one. If we sell Gallagher, we need one more midfielder, like Caicedo, and one more. And I think that's it for us. I think we don't need Vlahovic or a second striker. I think with Jackson and Broja, I think we could easily play until the winter and then sign Ivan Toney, for example.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I mean, I certainly wouldn't be against that at all. But yeah, bro, thank you so much for calling in. Appreciate your support as always. Enjoy the rest of your day, brother. Have a good weekend.
Thank you. You too, bro. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Right, guys, we've got the last 5 people then. Really appreciate you waiting. Guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Looking to get another sort of 10 to 15 more subscribers before we round this one out. The link has just gone into the chat, so make sure you click it and hit that subscribe button. It is massively, massively appreciated. If we can get to 200 likes, that would be fantastic. Maybe a bit ambitious, but who knows? We're on 130 right now. We could certainly hit 150, guys. So let's make sure that we do it. Okay, final 5 people then. Thank you for being so patient, guys. Josh, how are we doing?
Hello. Hi.
Hello,
Can you
mate.
hear me? Hey,
Yeah,
big up, Charlie.
All good. Yeah, no, good. Thank you so much for waiting. I really appreciate it. Yeah, how are you feeling about Chelsea, bro? You feeling good? Obviously, we're in a better place than we were this time last season, or just last year in general. How are you feeling with the season just over a week away?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, first of all, I think the transfer policy has been completely on point.
Yeah.
Because if you look at a bunch of weeks ago, we had no idea we were going to sign Leslie Ugochukwu, Robert Sanchez, and Axel Disasi.
Yeah.
And I think Robert Sanchez for 20 plus 5 is pretty much a fair price.
Yeah.
Because it shows we weren't going for a premium goalkeeper. Like, there's absolutely no way Mike Mignon was going to cost 20 plus 5. Let's be real. Yeah. So I think on those grounds, yeah, Robert Sanchez pretty much a good signing for us. I'm just worried about Caicedo, yo.
Yeah, do you think it's going to happen?
Chelsea have the money. If it was 100, 110, I'm pretty sure they're going to fuck it up. It's just a matter of when. And I think they just don't want to budge from below 100. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's a tricky one, isn't it? I mean, I think we'll still get him. I mean, I don't know if that's more me just desperate for it to happen, or whether that's me actually being logical. But I think we will. I think we've come too far now to not get this deal done, and I think we will eventually get it done. But it's just proving a little bit tricky. I mean, what are your thoughts on the Lukaku Vlahovic swap deal? Do you like that? Do you think do you think we need another striker? What are your thoughts?
If Vlahovic comes in, very likely we're not going to get Ivan Toney in January.
No,
So
we're stuck definitely not.
Yeah, and if it's the Juventus Vlahovic, I do not want to see that. If it's the Fiorentina Vlahovic, then by all means, bring him in. But even if Vlahovic comes in, he's going to be on pretty much high wages, because I think he's about on £215 right now.
Yeah, that's around 200k, maybe a tiny bit more.
Yeah,
so that's obviously a lot more than Chelsea are looking to put people on.
Correct. So if he comes in, he's probably going to be earning 250, which puts him in the top 5. I think as much as
easily,
yeah. And if he's a Juventus Vlahovic, I don't think it's a good signing. And I think it's a bit desperate to bring someone in just because we want to get rid of Lukaku. I mean, we want to get rid of Lukaku. We have to get rid of him. But at the expense of bringing Vlahovic in, I mean, Jackson's done amazing so far.
Done really well. He has done really well.
Really, really well. And as an Nkunku replacement, I wouldn't mind seeing Ian Maatsen in his place.
Yeah, no, quite possibly. Martin's proven that he can be very, very versatile for sure.
Because I think in one of the games in preseason, he was playing as a number 10 as well.
Yeah, he
And
did. I think in the second half against Fulham. He did.
Yeah. I think he did pretty well.
Yeah, no, he certainly looked good. And maybe he could do it for a game or so. But yeah, it's certainly an interesting one for sure. I mean, how do you see the season going then at this point? Obviously, Caicedo coming in is going to have a big bearing, I think, on how we're going to do.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
do you think we can get back into the Champions League this season?
I think top 6 right now is very realistic.
Yeah,
but probably about after 3 months of the season starting, then we can probably see how the team's playing, and from there, maybe, who knows, challenge for a title if we're playing good enough. Yeah, why not? Why not?
Yeah,
why not?
Maybe.
Preseason, we're looking pretty on fire.
Yeah, we have looked really good in preseason. I mean, it's obviously it's only preseason, but you'd rather play well than not play well for sure. And it gives you that,
remember last preseason?
Yeah, well, exactly. It gives you that confidence heading into the season. So let's wait and see how we do. Let's wait and see if Caicedo does come in. But yeah, mate, thank you so much for calling in. Really appreciate it. Got the last 3 people to get through, but thank you so much, mate. Appreciate your support as always. Enjoy the rest of your week, your day. Have a nice weekend, brother, and catch up with you again soon.
Sure. Big up, Charlie.
Nah, thank you, mate. Really appreciate it. Right, who have we got next? Why do you guys make? Well, because why not? You know, it's where we do it. We haven't all got studios and all that, so yeah, it's that's just where it happens. That's just where it happens. What else have we got here? Kieran, how we doing?
Hello.
Hi, mate. Sorry about the wait. Really appreciate you being patient and all that. How are you feeling about Chelsea? You know, you excited heading into the new season? What are your thoughts right now?
I'm excited for the new season. It's just like Nkunku, that injury is like it's not like put us in a position where we can't play without him, because, you know, we never had Nkunku for all these years, and it's just like, just because he's come in and then he's like the next regen, it's not, because, you know, we got Ian Matson who can play there, we've got Chukwuemeka who can play there, we've got maybe Gallagher, but it just depends. Obviously, hope he's not out for weeks, but it was more than guaranteed someone was going to get injured on that pitch. So it was just like, it was regretful that it was Nkunku, but it was going to happen anyways.
Yeah, no, I hear you, mate. It was almost too good to be true. We couldn't go through a whole preseason without anything going wrong. So, yeah, it's unfortunate. It just seems to be the way it goes. But I mean, yeah, mate? What are your thoughts on the window so far as well? Obviously, 2 signings come in the last week in Sanchez and Disasi. Are you happy with those? Do you like those signings?
I mean, I've looked at Sanchez and I've looked at Disasi, and I'm like, for me, I know 25 million or like 20 million for Sanchez or something plus add-ons. It's not bad, but it is in favour, because, like, let's say we spend 90 million on Caicedo, like 95, let's say, not spend 100 million. It's like we're still giving Brighton like 110. I thought personally we were going to do a package deal between them both, but yes, we weren't. But Robert Sanchez is a good goalkeeper. He's obviously taller than Kepa. He's a great shot stopper. Personally, I think because I think we got like the old Brighton goalkeeper coach, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, got Ben Roberts. He was a big factor in the deal. He was he was the one kind of pushing it along quite a lot to try and get Sanchez. So let's hope maybe those two can get back to their good working relationship, and Sanchez can get back to the goalkeeper that we've seen and we know that he can be. I mean, in terms of the Vlahovic-Lukaku swap, are you a fan of that? Would you like to see Dusan Vlahovic here?
It's like, because I was looking at Twitter, and obviously Vlahovic, I mean, on the way structure he's on now, it kind of will ruin the way our wages are working at the moment, because we're giving Lukaku to them for free, and we're having, obviously we'll get a player, but we still have to give them money for it. Like, I get it is like, it's Vlahovic, he's young, he's a young prospect and everything, but I get we want to get rid of Lukaku, but at the end of the day, we shouldn't be the ones who should be concerning about his career and everything, because he's the one who messed up with Inter Milan and did everything snaky behind their backs. So it's not.
It's tricky, isn't it? Like, because obviously we're desperate to get rid of the Lukaku, and there's not really that many options out there at the moment other than this swap deal. But then at the same time, I just worry that if this deal does go through, we're doing it because we're more interested in getting rid of Lukaku rather than actually being interested in getting Dusan Vlahovic. But we'll have to wait and see what happens on that deal. But I mean, in terms of the Nkunku injury, it's a problem. But who do you think would be best placed to replace him for the Liverpool game? Because I mean, it's not confirmed that he's missing the Liverpool game, but the fact they say he's going to be out for weeks would suggest that he is probably not going to feature. So who do you think should come in and take him?
I mean, because obviously we had, what's his name, Ugochukwu come in. I don't know if he can play in that like role where Nkunku plays, but obviously
he's more of a defensive midfielder.
It's like, because you never know. Some players can play out of position. Some just magically they play well in that position. But it's like, personally, I would say Maatsen, because obviously the way he's been playing in pre-season, he's been playing in that position, and he has been playing well. But if not, I mean, Carney Chukwuemeka's like up there as well, because obviously he's mainly in that role. So it just depends really, but we just have to wait and see, because obviously it's like a week, and then obviously because we haven't got Europa football, we have weeks between the games, so that's helped us even more, because now let's say players get injured, we have more time. We have more time for them to recover and not worry about them, like, because we haven't got games every week.
And they should, in theory, miss less games, which is probably not bad for us. I mean, last thing, bro, do you think Caicedo gets done before the Liverpool game?
It's like, I was looking at the 90 million bid, and I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, if Declan Rice never went to Arsenal for 105 million, what would have happened? Because
we would have got him for 85.
Yeah, if Declan Rice never happened, we would have got Caicedo for everything, like the cheapest possible price possible, because Brighton promised Caicedo that even 70 million would be fine, and we've gone 70, 75, even up to 80, and we still haven't got anything. So I mean,
are you confident are you confident it's going? Do you think it'll get done at all?
I feel like it's going to be an Enzo Fernandez type deal. It's going to be end of the window, and then we're going to have to, like, you know, not fold for them, because, you know, we've been in conversation, like, with Caicedo for weeks, and if, like, last minute they just, like, splash out and everything. Because of the Enzo Fernandez deal, we've got the people think we've got that reputation of just, like, spending what people ask for, and we shouldn't be doing that, but it just depends, really.
No, it does. Right, mate. Thank you for calling in. Last two people to get through. Appreciate your time. Appreciate the support, mate. Enjoy the rest of your Friday, and have a nice weekend, bro. Catch up soon. Cheers.
Have a good one. Bye.
Nah, thanks for calling in, brother. Right, guys. Last two people. Dippo, thank you for waiting, bro. Appreciate the wait, the patience. Mate, I think you're on mute.
Yeah, I'm on now.
How are you doing?
I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Nah, good stuff. What have you made of Chelsea so far, mate? Are you happy with what you're seeing? Are you confident with the season just over a week away now?
I'm confident about the season, honestly, because I actually enjoyed our preseason. For a long time, I enjoyed our preseason like this year's preseason. But the sad part for all of us is just losing Christo at the dying moment is painful, because it's a very vital component in our system right now. But I actually hope he doesn't go out for too long. That's just my prayer.
Yeah, mate, it's gonna. Yeah, I'm excited for the season for sure. I think we need a few more to come in, certainly. What are your thoughts on the Dusan Vlahovic Lukaku swap deal? Are you a fan of that?
I'm not a fan of fixing, but I'm not a fan of the fact that we are trying to get Vlahovic because of the fact that I want to let Lukaku go. I'm not a big fan of Vlahovic himself, but I don't hate him either. I've seen him play for a couple of years now. I don't mind. First of all, if we had gotten him the time the board wanted to get him, like some weeks ago, when we were linked to Vlahovic, it wouldn't be a problem. But for the fact that we picked that option of getting him back then, and now we're trying to go back because we have no option, no other alternative to let Lukaku go, I don't buy the idea. It's basically like you're in a toxic relationship with a girl, and you let her go, and now you're dating someone, you have a soft spot for someone, or you're trying to marry someone because you pity her. it still doesn't work. You can't marry someone because you speak to them after you leave a toxic relationship. So I feel if you just let it go, it's better for me. I feel just let the couple deal. It maybe close to the end of the season, he might just want a 1 week Saudi deal. But if we take Vlahovic now, it would be bad for our season.
Yeah, maybe. But I mean, we've got another little Chelsea fan. Hello, mate. How you doing? You all right?
Yes, I'm fine. Say hi.
Hey, mate. How are you? You all right?
He can't hear you. Oh, my headphones.
Can't hear me.
Yeah, can't hear you.
What are your thoughts? Do you think the Caicedo deal is going to happen?
100%. The club will not let Caicedo go because we've been locked in for too long. So it's definitely going to happen. But I don't know if we're going to get him soon enough because he hasn't trained properly. He hasn't had a good preseason, even with Brighton. So it's hard. But I know we'll get him. I can bet anything on that. We'll get him. Maybe for 90 or 95, like I predicted. This coming week, we'll get him.
Yeah, mate. I hope we get him before the season started. Last thing, mate. Nkunku looks like he's not going to play against Liverpool. It's not been confirmed just yet, but it looks like he's not going to play. Who would be your preference to replace him in that number 10 role?
I'll say Ian Martin and Tani, one of them, but I'll pick Martin. Martin looks like he has a bit of flair.
Yeah, for sure.
That position right now.
Nah, right, bro. I've got to move on to the last person, and I've got to move on quite quickly. Thank you so much for calling in. Appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your Friday, brother. Take care. Bye, mate. Bye. Cheers, bro. Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. Last person then. RyX9. How you doing, mate? Thank you so much for waiting. Apologies, it's been so long.
Yeah, no worries. Good doing.
Nah, all good, brother. All good. Mate, how are you feeling about Chelsea at this point in time? Less than a week out, just over a week until the season begins. What are you saying? You in a good place with the club right now? You happy with where we're at, or you still got a few concerns?
I've got a few, but I don't want to be negative because pre-season that impressed me a lot, but there's still a few negatives in the team that we need to fix up.
Yeah. What are your main negatives?
How we haven't got Caicedo done yet.
Yeah.
And I'd like Vlahovic to come in just as another striker because I don't rate Broja that much.
Yeah, he's a bit of an unknown, isn't he? Because obviously we saw he had that loan at Southampton where he was good for half of it and then quite poor for the other half, which you expect from young players. Inconsistencies, no problem. But then we've seen glimpses from him before he got injured that he looked like he could be a bit of a player, got a few goals here and there. But now we're kind of totally starting again with him after this ACL injury. We don't really know what he's going to be like. And I don't think he's going to be at this point in time someone that we can sort of hang our hat on that he's going to bang us in a few goals that we need. So I hear you. If we can get another striker, I think we should go for it. But I mean, do you think it's a good deal for us that Lukaku plus around 30-35 million pounds for Vlahovic? Do you think that's a good deal?
It depends.
Juventus are getting a much better deal, in my opinion.
Yeah, it depends. It depends which version is coming.
Yeah,
if we're getting the Juventus one, then it's not water. Just do something else with Lukaku. But if it's under 30 million, I reckon Lukaku plus like 25, then we should do it.
Yeah, I mean, I agree on that. I think certainly if we can get it to 25 and Lukaku and the club want Vlahovic and Poch wants Vlahovic, then I think that's a deal that we should absolutely look to be doing. In terms of obviously other signings that need to come in, we know that obviously the Caicedo one is ongoing, and hopefully that can be wrapped up as quickly as possible. What else do you think we need?
Olise or Kudus.
Yeah. Who would you prefer out of those two?
I know everyone's saying Kudus, but I'd rather Olise personally.
Yeah. Is it a problem for you that he can't play till October because he's injured?
Yeah, that's a big problem. But it just really depends because I think Kudus is the better player, but Olise has that experience. He's been in these situations, and I think he's very, very techy. And if we have another one of these in the squad, and don't forget, he's very good at set pieces too. He takes corners.
Yeah, he's a lot more creative than than he is a goal scorer. I think he was in the top. I think he got 11 or 12 assists last season, which was in a top 4. I think he was in a top 5 for assists in the Premier League. So he's definitely a creative player. He's a good set piece taker. He knows Chelsea as well, which is a plus. He was obviously came through the academy at Cobham. So look, to be honest, I'd be happy with either one. But the fact that Elise wouldn't be able to play till at least October is a slightly. It's a bit of an off-putting factor. But I mean, it shouldn't be a reason not to sign him. But it's certainly one that would lend yourself more in favour of signing Kudus. But we kind of have to wait and see on that one, mate. In terms of heading into the Liverpool game, obviously it's not confirmed, but it looks like Nkunku will be missing. Who would you like to see replace him in the lineup? Who do you think's best placed to do that? Do you think we could see Ian Martin go in there? Do you think Chukwuemeka goes in there, or have you got another shout in there?
First of all, that injury was just bound to happen, innit?
Mate, it was good. Pre-season was going way too well for us for something not to happen.
I'd rather Carney in there. He'd do a good job.
I mean, have you been impressed with him in pre-season? I think last season he should have played a lot more. I don't think the club treated him particularly well. But have you been impressed from what you've seen from Chukwuemeka across the pre-season? Because I think he's done really well.
Yeah, I think he's been brilliant. I think he's been one of our best performers.
Yeah, no, he certainly has. I mean, just very quickly, the last thing, mate, talking about best performers, in terms of worst performers, I mean, what's going on with Raheem Sterling?
Oh God, yeah, it's been a very bad preseason for him. I remember he was posting all the ready stuff, and then he has the worst preseason of all the Chelsea players.
Mate, he didn't like. I don't want to sound like this is ridiculous. He didn't play well in a single game.
No, he did not play. Like, he had bits. He played decent. Like the pass over to who was it? Was it Jackson? And
he did a little bit against Fulham, but I mean, he's had sort of across the whole tour. He's probably done in terms of playing well. He's probably played well. I think if we said for 15 minutes across all the matches, that's being generous.
Yeah, he's been tragic.
I mean, do you see him? I mean, I can't see him starting the season. I mean, what are you expecting from him this season? Because he's on the big money, and he's not delivered so far. I mean, do you expect him to have what sort of a season do you expect him to have?
If we get him into form, he'll have a very good season. But if he continues like this, I reckon he'll be gone by next year.
Yeah, 100%. I think he'll be sold as well. If he has another season like he did last year, or it's only a slight improvement, then we absolutely have to look at selling him. But yeah, bro, thank you so much for calling in. Massively appreciate it. Thank you for waiting as well. Big up yourself. Thank you for the support. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a good weekend, bro, and hopefully catch up again next week, brother.
Yeah, you too. See ya.
Thank you, mate. Right, guys, we've been going a little bit longer than I was expecting. Hour and 37 minutes. Thank you so much to every single person that has called in. It's greatly appreciated. Great to chat with you as always, guys. Let's hope for some positive news over the weekend in regards to transfers. Maybe we get some more Moises Caicedo news. That £90 million bid is not been confirmed by any other sources. Let's wait and see what happens on that. Let's see if we get a more factual Nkunku update. So let's wait and see what happens there. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you smash the likes on the way out. Please do subscribe on the way out. If we can get 7 more subscribers on the way out, we'll hit the 4,350 mark, and that would be really big for me. So please make sure you subscribe on the way out. Smash the likes on the way out. Thank you so much, guys. Big yourself up. Enjoy your weekend. I'll be back tomorrow around lunchtime, actually, because I'm a bit busy in the afternoon. So lunchtime, it'll be a lunchtime stream tomorrow, guys. So stay tuned for that one. Peace out, people. Take care, and up the Chelsea.